Well,
Charlie, I clearly explained to you how much this was gonna cost. I gave you the numbers. We ran it through the mortgage calculator. I gave you all the numbers.
But you're plugging in the wrong numbers.
No, 20 million is 20 million. You can't change that.
You're plugging in the wrong numbers.
You put the number of the principal. You put the rate.
First of all, you
put the
decided
actual
to use
years.
5%. You decided
That's
to use
what
10
Jason
years.
would-
You decide. No, I suggested that to Jason.
Well,
Jason,
why
it
should
would
we
be
have our
less.
town in debt for 30 years like it's a mortgage?
We don't have to. We don't have to.
But
you know
that's
what?
why
If I could
we don't
finish-
want to
if I could
go
finish
that
what I
high.
was saying
I'm
is
sorry,
that,
Tina, go
no,
ahead.
I'm sorry, but by keeping the rate the same, that gives us that cushion that if it drops.
You guys, I'm not
If I
gonna-
could finish what I'm saying, please.
Yeah, go ahead.
That gives us that cushion. If the rate should drop next year, the property values drop, we would be able to supplement our budget through the reserves, because we would have reserves. By not putting money in the reserves, you're taking away money that we would have in times of need.
Okay, we're taking money away from our property owners for us, and next year, if we have this,
for the
if,
town?
for the,
It's for
that's
the
what
town.
we are the town. Okay, but
No.
we are we're making decisions
No,
for the
we
town.
make decisions for the town, for the
Okay.
good of the town, and this is for the good of the
Okay,
town.
but the point is, Tina, if there's a recession next year, we'll have this discussion next year. Okay, right now, there's not a recession. Okay, you guys, I'm not voting to add more money to our bills of our residents, okay? And by the way, by the way,
He's grandstanding.
it's irresponsible to walk out of here and not have any tax rate.
I'm not walking out. What do you propose? I made a motion, it had a second, and it failed. So what do you
Mr.
propose?
Mayor.
Yeah.
Mr. Mayor, if I may, we are in a difficult situation here because we need a unanimous vote of the three of you.
Yeah.
We have two commissioners that are out. I think there's need for a compromise situation. Mr. Green, do you suggest any potential compromise that would
Well, if I
appease
can,
the-
yeah, if I can, I mean, they're just trying to facilitate, here. Last time, there was a discussion, it was almost unanimous, but there was a thought of it, was the 4.2 that Commissioner Velasquez had offered. And in the 14-year view we had from 2008, Mr. Mayor, the lowest we had in that view was back to 4.25. Those are both viable options. And that,
Nice how you can just,
and that number, that
Flip it
4.2,
around.
4.25, would get you around that 350,000 being added to reduction from the difference between the rollback and that, which would be about the CTS number. Without that, you would get back to about the same rollback zero. So
is
it's
it
a
true
possible.
that in 2009, the rate was 4.2?
No, in fiscal year 2009, the rate was 4.7332.
4.9.
Much higher than 4.3.
4.73, yeah, 4.73,
4.73.
yeah, 322.
Okay.
Listen, I propose then let's take out the 499, put 4.3. That's lowering it.
That's some proposal.
It's
now.
something.
That's brilliant.
Do we have a motion on that? I motion a 4.3. There you go.
A second.
You mean you're gonna make the same motion?
No.
But the previous motion was 4.3499.
Oh, so
now
you're
we're
gonna
taking
knock
out
off
the
a few points,
499
right?
And keeping the 4.3.
And that's how you plan to do your budget, by just sort of making up numbers?
It's not making up numbers, it's
Compromising.
compromising.
No, I didn't. Actually, it didn't make up numbers.
You said you wanted to
The
lower
number
the
is
tax.
very much tied to something, and what it's tied to is what our residents paid last year and not giving them an increase. That's what it's tied to. And by the way, anybody that doesn't know what the rollback rate is,
And how would you be raising houses if you lower the millage rate?
hold on a second.
Because you've
Well,
offered residents to raise houses, and you said you were gonna bring that to the commission.
I'm going to, this is coming this month.
So if these houses cost $100,000 or more, where are we getting that money?
Right, we'll figure it out.
Well, that's, right there, that's 8 houses that you can raise with not lowering the millage rate.
Yeah, well, listen, if I thought you guys would allocate that money right now, I'd be happy.
It hasn't been presented to us.
I didn't think of it.
Exactly.
Exactly. Well, why are you bringing it up then? So,
Because we had a resident here in the commission the last time. saying
Commissioner,
that
please speak into the
she was-
mic.
Because we had a resident here in the commission last time saying that she was approached and that this was something that was pretty much a reality. when that has never been brought to this
How can it-
commission.
How can it be a reality?
Well, she even
How
got
can-
paperwork and stuff. I mean,
Well, she's got information.
it's not information. She had more than just information.
No, she had information, so that's what she had.
So there's another motion and second.
There is, okay, you wanna call the question? Call the question, please. Call the roll.
Madam Attorney, do we have to open to the public as a public hearing?
We heard from the public on the subject of the millage. Call the question.
That was on the
please.
previous wrestle.
Is the
On the
motion?
previous
It's the
motion.
same, it's the same,
But
What
it's,
it's
is the
different motion.
4.3?
it's a different motion, but it's the same resolution.
Yeah, Mr. Green, can you recalculate the numbers based on the 4.3 and announce it into the record, please?
Thank you, that's a good point.
Well, I'm sorry, but residents are here. Can we call this question then?
He's
I
doing-
just have to read something in the
doing some
record prior to
research.
the vote. Okay, thank you. So based on the motion, which is a 4.3 millage, that would be an increase of 4.76% over the rolled back rate, and just 4.76%, which would represent a $611,000 difference.
Yes, and could you announce what the rollback rate is?
Thank you. And the versus the rollback rate, which is 4.1046.
Let me just add this as just a little flavor to the discussion. You know, it's funny, when I left office 10 years ago, the former mayor that followed me was promising and that all the new development would relieve the residents and give them relief on taxes. And all that happened was the millage rate continued to go up. So there was really no relief. And if you looked at the amount of money, and Nellie, you may remember this during the campaign, but I don't know. But if you look at the amount of revenue that this town collected 10 years ago and the amount of revenue that this town collects now because of all these new condominium developments and all the development and all the increase in prices, it's staggering. It's staggering. And where has all that money gone? Okay, no, some of it's in the bank, but a lot, don't be sorry, it's all right, don't be sorry. A lot of it is been, basically spent. So a lot of it's been saved, a lot of it's been spent, but we're dealing with a lot of money. And the idea that we will continue to slowly, incrementally, tax our residents more, okay, by not giving them the benefit of the appreciation in their homes. You see, when their home goes up by 20%, their taxes go up by 20%, okay? And that's not fair to the residents. What happens is the rollback rate is meant to equalize,
What, whose property is going up 20%?
okay? I'm just saying, as an example,
Your property
every-
goes up 3%.
okay, every year,
Maybe that's in a different state.
okay, we're talking about overall.
I'm sorry, I don't understand. Where is it that this is the 20%?
Okay, I'm not saying this 20%, I'm giving an
Here
example.
in the state of Florida, it's 3% if you have homestead, 10% if you don't.
Yeah.
So where
okay.
is 20%?
I'm just giving an
Well,
example
no,
of
you're-
what
that's not
happens.
even an example. That's not even hypothetical.
No, it's the math.
You
It's
should
just
give a
understanding
fact,
math.
Charlie.
All right, let's go with the 10. Let's say it's 10%, okay? Make everybody happy. Okay, if the property values go up 10% and there are non-homesteaded people, their tax bill goes up 10%. Okay?
That's the cost of being an investment.
Uh-huh.
Then they can also, in
Okay.
turn, charge their
Now-
tenants more money.
Now, if you're a homestead,
It's all a chain.
your taxes go up 3%.
This is like saying, for example, in New York, 10 years ago, a building was worth 100,000
I'm-
and the rents were 800. Now that same building is worth $2.5 million and that same rent is now $2,500.
The problem for residents is they're not charging rent. They're just paying higher taxes. Okay? So it's not, that New York example, not quite right. What happens is, basically, if your taxes go up 10%, okay, your bill goes up 10%, and the tax authority makes an additional 10% because the taxes went up 10%.
But Charlie, we're just Surfside. That applies if you are taking the entire city's rollback.
It
But you're
applies to
just-
Surfside's portion too.
But that's $100.
Okay,
That means
so tell the
absolutely
residents that
nothing.
tell the small houses that you're okay with raising their taxes again by $100. Tell them that.
We have the percentage. It was
Okay.
I think it was 5.76, and now Jason said the new
Guys,
percentage.
let's get back
The new
to
percentage is 4.76 if we go with Nellie's
Okay.
proposal.
4.7.
That's the percentage over the rollback. 4.76.
Sorry,
It's right there on the screen.
But
It's
but-
4.76
Okay. It
over
is-
the rollback,
it's-
so it's not
but it-
10%, it's not 20%, as
oh,
you've
you
been
mean
saying.
as a percentage?
Tina, it's
Yeah.
clear
Oh,
that
as a
we're not gonna
percentage.
get anywhere here.
Well, we're not gonna get anywhere
I really make a motion
if you want-
to end this meeting right now,
Do you
and
wanna
that's it,
second that?
because we
No,
have
there's
many
a- there's a
residents that are
motion
here
on
for
the
the planning
table.
and zoning, and they need to have
Okay,
their
but
stuff
that,
heard.
and again, I
There's
think
a
it's
motion already
irresponsible,
on the
but
table.
Okay, so then
call the
let's-
question on the
it
motion
is
on the
what it is.
table,
You can
please.
talk about it on
Commissioner
the Gazette.
Velasquez,
Yes,
Vice Mayor Paul,
Yeah, this is the motion for the 4-3.
4-3,
Correct.
yes.
Yes.
Mayor Burkett.
No.
Okay. Now I want to make a motion to end this meeting right
Okay.
now.
You
Commissioner,
want to second that? Okay,
Velasquez.
listen, Tina
Well, then
wants
I'm
to be
gonna be leaving.
responsible.
Can I have another, can
All
I have
right.
another point?
Let her, listen, that's a choice. Okay, well, I think we're done then.
Can't continue, no quorum.
Right. Sorry, folks.
we have no quorum, we have not adjourned, so I think the proper action is to recess this meeting and to continue.
Do you want to make a motion to recess?
Ken, there's no quorum.
Who does it? Madam Attorney?
Mayor, there's no quorum to take action, but the
we
meeting
take a
has not been
recess?
adjourned. We'll call it a recess,
And
and
make a
it'll be
phone call?
continued.
All
Unless
right.
we can get Commissioner Velasquez to please come back into the room. Why don't we take a
A
recess?
5-minute break?
5 minutes.
Yeah, see if she's left the building.
Someone run after her. I apologize.
To reconvene the meeting. Madam Clerk, is there anything we need to do? Do we need to call the roll again?
Hold on, Mayor. You're on? Mayor,
Yep.
yeah, let me call the roll
All
really
right,
quick.
thank you.
Mayor Burkett,
Here?
Vice Mayor Paul,
Here,
Commissioner Velasquez,
I'm here.
Okay,
Commissioner Salazar, and Commissioner Kessel are absent. Mayor, you have a quorum.
thank you. Thank you for coming back, Commissioner. I have a proposal that I wanted to make to you, and that is that, you know, at the last meeting, you had offered 4.2, and you felt strongly about that. That's good, and I respect that. And I had offered the rollback rate, and I felt strongly about that. I propose we meet in the middle, okay? And then hopefully Tina will come along and we can get it done.
4.2 was the middle.
No, 4.2 is your proposal. You,
4.2
no, no.
was the middle between
I never,
4.3 and
I voted against it.
Commissioner, please speak into the mic.
Okay, I'm just saying, I voted against it, that was your proposal, and all I'm saying is that I'm gonna try to meet you halfway, because I think that it's a de minimis amount, but it's a way that we keep moving forward and we don't act irresponsibly here, because it's irresponsible to get up and walk out.
No, it isn't.
It is,
I'm
but I'm trying to make a
supporting
deal
the
here.
voices of my residents.
Okay.
And they want the 4.3499.
Okay, but that's,
I
pa-
tried to
that's water under
compromise
the
at
bridge.
4.3.
That's
I
water.
compromised the last time,
Nellie.
middle between 4.3
Nellie.
and
I
4.1, which
just
was
made you a
4.2.
I just said, listen,
And what-
you came at the last meeting and you were happy with 4.2.
Okay, so then let's put it at 4.2.
There you go. So I was at the rollback rate. So what I'm proposing is that we try to split the difference and meet in the middle, okay? And then we could ask the vice mayor if she's willing to go there.
but 4.2 is the middle. I didn't want to go to
Okay,
4.2 last week,
I
but I
appre-
did that thinking we would get consensus.
I appreciate that. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. But we all do things, okay? We all have to compromise. My position,
What is the number that you're proposing then?
it's in the middle between your number
So you
and my
want
number.
less than 4.2.
In the middle between your, no? All right, well,
Sorry, Charlie. I think 4.2
that's all right. So I know what you
is
think,
the middle between 4.3 and 4.1.
but that's your
That's-
number.
It's not my number.
You
But
came
it's
up
the
with that
middle.
number.
I
You
said-
proposed
It's the
it.
middle.
Well, because it was the middle
It's-
of the two numbers.
Yeah, but you know what? It still raises taxes.
Okay, so what you're telling me is because I proposed it, it's just not good.
No, I'm saying,
Because, because if I would have
didn't hear me.
proposed
I said, you
4.25, then because you would have been proposing 4.2, and it was you who came up with the number, it would have been okay.
That's wrong.
But just because I proposed 4.2, it's not okay.
that's wrong. So
No,
here's
I'm
what's
sorry,
right.
but
Here's
no.
what's right. What's right is you proposed 4.2.
The residents that came to this commission what they want.
Okay, well,
That's
listen,
what's right.
the 5 that came, you want to give what they
They're
want.
not just 5. This is like the
Commissioner?
same garbage that the previous commission was saying, the vocal minority. Well, we know what the vocal minority did.
We have
It
other
took out
people.
the entire commission with the exception of Tina because we supported her. So no, this is not a vocal minority.
Okay, I didn't say vocal minority anyway. Those are not my words.
Minority of 5 is.
Okay, I didn't say minority. I said there were 5 people here. And I think we have another person that spoke on it that went the opposite way, okay? So, I'm proposing we compromise, we meet in the middle, and we get it.
Everything in the middle is the 4.2.
No, that's not meeting in the middle.
Then I guess, then please don't call me back until October 12th. I'm telling you, Charlie,
You-
4.2 is the same thing that, it's the middle of the two.
Commissioner, please speak into the mic. Sorry.
4.2 is the middle of the two.
Okay, but it doesn't, there's no,
It may
the
not be what
basis.
you want. It may not be what I want.
It is what you want. You
It's not
proposed
what
it.
I want.
It is, you proposed
I
it.
want 4.3499.
You proposed 4.2, you wanted
Because
it.
I was trying to compromise with you on the last occasion. And that's why I proposed the 4.2.
Well, I didn't know that.
It was in the middle of the two.
I did not know that.
That's not
And-
what
and
I
that's why-
wanted.
and that's why I seconded it and accepted it.
I wanted 4.399.
So you wanted 4.3 from the beginning?
Yes.
Oh, okay, so you wanted,
But you,
all right.
and I knew that you were not going to go for the 4.3. We didn't have the third person
Mm-hmm.
because Eliana's not here and Kessel's not here.
Well,
So I
listen.
said, let's do it in the middle of the two rates. You want 4.1, we want 4.3, let's meet in the middle,
You-
which is 4.2. That's what my reasoning
Exactly.
from the beginning.
And I supported
Okay.
it because
But
it was a
there-
compromise and we wanted to move on
But
and
it-
pass the budget.
Okay, but let's pass the budget. Let's pass the budget, okay? But there is no, in my mind, justification for charging our residents more this year than last
Okay,
year.
so you could put that in your Gazette,
I will,
and you could put that in your newsletter too,
I will.
and pass it around when you go for campaigning too.
I
Mayor,
will.
if I may, what is your proposed millage rate?
It's the difference between the 4.2 and the rollback rate. What is that?
It's not gonna happen.
4.1523.
Sorry? Here's
Four-
the number right here.
The difference between 4.2 and the rollback rate would end up being at a 4.1523.
There you go. That's it.
I'm sorry, I can't.
And the difference between the two, 4.2 and 4.15, is around $150,000 we're talking.
Okay. Which is what percentage of the budget? The entire budget? What difference does it make? That makes a lot of difference.
Point one,
Point what?
yeah, a fraction of a
A
percent.
fraction of a percentage. Okay? So, you know, it's a teeny
Why are you
tiny.
going lower if it's only a
Charlie,
fraction
I
of a
understand
percent?
that this is an ego thing for you, and I would really like for you to stop
Why ask
doing
for
that.
more? It's only a
To
fraction.
Actually,
kindly
I could say that about
allow
you.
No, it
It's
isn't.
a very much an ego
I was
thing.
trying to be compromising here. I was trying to go
Well, then do
between
it.
you and the, no, because I have several residents here that want 4.3. I have tons of residents that have already texted me that they want 4.3499.
You don't
I have
think-
tons of residents that have emailed me during the whole day
And you
that
don't
they want
think-
4.399.
you don't think there
I have
are
several
residents-
residents on Nextdoor of a
Okay.
posting that was put there
But
that they want the
you
4.399.
don't think there are
But yet I'm
residents-
here trying to negotiate with you at the middle
Okay, that-
point, and you're wanting to go below the middle point.
You don't think there are
It's not
residents that don't
right.
want to pay more in taxes?
$20.
You
more?
think they want to pay more?
Man, if we need to, listen, if we're suffering for 20
Well, yeah,
bucks,
but-
seriously,
But
I think
no,
we're in the
seriously,
wrong country.
you're demanding they pay more money.
No, I'm not demanding they pay more money.
Well, that's what your
It's
proposal does.
$20
Okay.
to get the undergrounding of the power lines that we all want. Does anybody want here a power line to fall on your house?
Oh,
Or,
boy.
oh, wait,
Oh, boy.
better yet, on one of the flooded streets, let that power line fall in the water and electrocute somebody that's been canoeing down the street.
Listen.
Oh, we can't do, oh,
I get
I'm sorry,
it.
we can't do that either because we don't have the money to do that.
Yeah, yeah. All right, guys.
Well, when somebody gets electrocuted, we'll call you.
Make a motion, let's
I make a
move it.
motion to put it at
This
4.2.
filibuster isn't working anymore.
All right, I'll second the 4.2.
Mr. Green, can you please recalculate the
Yes, thank you.
percentage increase based on 4.2 millage?
Yes, the tentative rate as proposed by Commissioner Velasquez at 4.2 would be 2.32%, higher than the rollback rate of 4.1046, and just for
2% higher?
2.32%, which would be less than your 3% homestead. And that would generate, the difference between that and the rollback would be $298,000, which is, again, just for context, trying to help out here, about your CTS number. So without that tax bill being paid this year, as we know, you'll probably be somewhere around the rollback revenue collection.
Okay, so,
Okay,
It's
call the
your-
question, please.
Commissioner Velasquez,
yes.
Vice Mayor Paul,
Yes.
Mayor Burkett,
No. So,
I want to apologize to all the residents here. I'm very sorry. I tried my hardest. I worked very hard for all you guys.
all
I've
you
done
had
it
to
all
do
this
was
time.
meet in the middle,
No.
but you didn't.
That is the
Commissioner-
middle.
Commissioner?
That is not the
Commissioner, can we
middle.
hold, Commissioner,
you
can
had
we?
to do is meet in
Commissioner,
the
just
middle.
please
Go.
can we adjourn
Go,
for
Nellie, go.
5 more minutes? I don't know what, adjourn, right?
She's going to be outside taking, I guess, a recess.
So
But
what-
we cannot adjourn this meeting. We need to, at a very minimum, recess it to a future date next week.
Should we recess it for 5 minutes again?
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. You can come up. You can come up.
It's not.
He hasn't spoken. Yeah.
Hi, my name is Bud Thomas. I'm a resident of Champlain Towers North, 8877 Collins Avenue, Unit 609. This is not how meetings should be run.
That's
They
for
are.
sure.
They are not. Most meetings happen behind the scenes. You come out here as a group of people with a common,
we can't do the
with a
behind the scenes.
common agenda, and you get stuff done. It's embarrassing. You've had people waiting here for 40 minutes
Yeah.
to talk about something we actually care about, and you guys are quibbling over what is it, like?
100,000.
2/10%? It's
100,000.
embarrassing. You guys are all embarrassing yourselves. You really are. And I'm sorry, as a resident of this town, this is not how it should operate. It really
No,
should not.
You're right. You're right. You're right. Anybody else who hasn't spoken? Okay, we gotta let the planning and zoning board go. We're
Mayor, you
recessed?
cannot adjourn this meeting
well, we're not
without
adjourning. We're recessing.
for 5 minutes?
Well, we can recess till tomorrow, right, at the same time?
No, you need a motion to recess this meeting, and you need a quorum to take action.
Oh, so a recess is not possible?
Not a permanent recess and a continuation of this meeting till a future date, not without a quorum present.
Why don't you go see if you can
I'm
get her?
recessing, I'll be back. Not leaving the building.
Yeah, let's take a 5-minute break, then we'll come back. Hey. I didn't see that. I don't have my contacts in tonight. So I'm a little bit at a disadvantage. I'm not seeing as well.
I'm watching.
All right, well, listen.
Want to get our stuff done.
Yeah. Call the roll again?
Yes, Mayor.
All right.
7:05, Commissioner Velasquez.
Here.
Vice Mayor Paul.
Here.
Mayor Burkett.
Here.
Mayor, Commissioner Kessel, and Commissioner Salazar are absent. You have a quorum.
Okay, good. I've been huddling with Jason, and we've been going over the numbers. And I think that probably I'm going to be able to go to 4.2, because I think that we're going to lose out on the Champlain Towers South revenue for this year. And that will charge everybody in town just a little bit more, but that will account for the loss the town's going to experience with respect to the collapse. Is that correct, Jason?
Yes, Mr. Mayor.
All right, so I'm going to set the gavel aside and pass it over to Nellie, and I'm going to make a motion to
The
move
motion is
forward.
already on the
Is it?
table for 4.2.
Oh, it
But
is?
that one
Yes,
failed.
it
That one
is.
failed.
I
made
beg
the
your
But
motion.
that one failed.
I'm sorry?
No, it didn't, because we never voted.
Yeah, it failed.
It did technically.
Okay, so
Okay.
I make the motion for 4.2.
Okay, I'll second that. I can't second that because I can't second anything. Go ahead.
I need to read
No,
into the
but
record.
that's all right. Go
Well,
ahead.
Tina, you can second it.
I did before, okay.
Okay.
Just
Call the
deja
roll,
vu.
please.
Whatever
And
makes you feel
if
better,
I-
Charlie.
Sandra, I'm sorry, Madam Clerk. Just reading into the record again, as required. The tentative millage rate being voted on is 4.2. That is 2.32% higher than the rollback rate of 4.1046.
Very good. We have a motion. Would you please call the roll?
Yes, Mayor. Commissioner Velasquez.
Yes, 4.2, correct?
Correct.
Okay.
Vice Mayor Paul.
Yes.
Mayor Burkett.
Yes.
Mayor, the motion carries.
All right. All right. Enjoy your
Thank you
meeting
very
planning.
much,
and
and I
zoning.
Mayor,
apologize
Thank you
for
for
all
the
the
delay.
residents that are
budget.
here.
We
Oh,
need the
budget. Hold
budget.
on, hold on.
I make a motion to pass the budget.
I need to read, can I
second.
read the resolution?
Yeah, please go ahead.
Okay.
A resolution of the Town Commission of the Town of Surfside, Florida, adopting the final budget for the fiscal year commencing October 1st, 2021, and ending September 30th, 2022, providing for expenditure of budgeted funds, providing for budgetary controls, providing for grants and gifts, providing for budget amendments, providing for conflicts, and providing for an effective date. Item 5.
Is there a motion?
I made a motion
And
already.
I seconded.
All right.
I'm sorry, if I may. Mayor?
Yeah.
Do you need to recalculate the budget based on the reduced millage?
Yes, we're adding that in there. It's not part of the resolution, but the backup, I guess the budget summary, which is in your package, will be lowered by that amount. Will be lowered by that amount, which I don't think we need to necessarily reread that exact number in there.
Okay, and if you could do those recalculations, and also, Mayor, we need public comment.
Okay. Anybody want to comment? Okay. I see Jackson in the back with his hand up.
Jeff, you don't want to say anything before you go? Whichever of you.
Jeff Rose, 851 Fried Avenue. We should do the study on the building, even if we don't get the grant, in light of what happened. Thank you.
Okay, so what that would do in the budget summary is lower the revenue from the 13.6 million shown to $13,136,116.
Okay.
And we'll update the appropriate budget summary document to be attached to the resolution. Thank you.
All right. So that is made a part of the motion then, I assume? Or is that is that resolution changing? Is that?
No, if you look at the
resolution
words of the
language?
resolution, the resolution doesn't have to change. It's the backup for the resolution.
I'm sorry, the resolution stays the same. The budget summary just changed, as Mr. Green indicated.
Just reading it into the record.
Got it. Okay. Anything else we need to do, Madam Attorney, other than vote?
I think we took public comment, we had none, so proceed with the vote, Mayor.
Call the question, call the vote, please.
Commissioner Velasquez?
Yes.
Vice Mayor Paul?
Yes.
Mayor Burkett?
Yes.
Mayor, the motion
All
carries.
right. Congratulations, everybody.
Motion to adjourn.
Motion to adjourn?
Yes, second.
Yes, goodbye.
Okay.